o'clock on this Thursday morning. It's a Friday Eve.
It is.
Thanks for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Track. We've got a lot to get to this morning, but first we want to have a look at some of the news you need to know.
Stephanie Joseph is live in the newsroom. She's taking a look at some of our stories this morning. Steph?
Hey there, guys. We do start off with the U.S. and Iran maybe closing in on a temporary deal to end the war in the Middle East. Sources say the Trump administration has sent Tehran a one-page memorandum of understanding, which includes a long-term pause on Iran's nuclear enrichment program and an ease of tensions in the Strait of Hormuz. Yesterday, Iran said ships can safely pass through the waterway after Washington paused its short-lived escort mission. Irondequoit police are searching for a person of interest in a series of tire slashings near Seabreeze. Authorities say nearly 24 vehicles were damaged overnight late Tuesday into early Wednesday. The police department now sharing surveillance footage from a nearby business showing a person of interest. Those with information should call 911. Organizers of a recent boxing event at the Blue Cross Arena say they are in a deep financial hole. Savage Life Promotions and United and Healing Through Hope say they are in a deficit of more than $100,000 and are unable to pay the fighters who took part in last month's event after paid attendance came up short. They're expected to hold a news conference later today. Also happening today, the Strong Museum of Play will announce this year's inductees to the Video Game Hall of Fame. In March, the museum revealed the finalists, including Angry Birds, Frogger, League of Legends, and Silent Hill. Today's induction ceremony is at 10:30. We will have the latest for you on 13 WHAM News at midday. And that's what you need to know.
All right, Steph, thank you. We appreciate it.
Let's get a look at what we've got brewing, friends, for the next 2 hours, starting with a local group of retired first responders taking on a crisis many don't know about or talk about. This morning, we're taking a closer look at how Code 4 Alpha is using a powerful new training film to raise awareness and help prevent PTSD and suicide among the men and women who answer our 911 calls.
Then for this Mother's Day weekend, a popular storytelling event is returning to Rochester for one night only. We'll take you behind the curtain of the show, listen to your mother, and how it's bringing real, raw, and heartfelt stories about parenthood to the stage at Hochstein.
And later, get on your bikes and ride, people. Rochester Bike Week is back, and there's plenty of celebrations planned to get you cycling. We're going to sit down with one of the members to learn more about the activities and how you can explore the city and why you should ditch your car.
Yeah, there you go. Before all of that, a check of our forecast on this Friday Eve. Today, we will see cool and even brisk temperatures out there, as well as a chance for a few isolated showers. Meteorologist Marty Snyder tracking what we can expect today. Marty?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're starting off with just a couple showers that are out there. And today's one of those days where, yeah, the chance is there for a couple showers, but it's not going to turn into a steady rain or anything like that. We're seeing a few showers pass by right now and even a couple estimated snow showers over Lake Ontario at this point. But in general, just not much to make its way through the Rochester area. It's pretty much just one segment that's just to the west into Orleans County right now. So could pick up an isolated shower, and I think that's about it. As we head forward throughout the day, we'll see some limited breaks of sunshine. One of those days where you never fit into one category in entirety. I think we're going to see some sunshine. We're going to see a lot of cloud cover from time to time, and then just that chance of a couple isolated showers, but again, not a washout. Highs today, mostly in the 50s, so still a chilly day for this time of year. Even for the longer term, it's going to be tough to get these temperatures to move all that much. Average high is about 67 this time of year. Every one of those highs, at least well below that, 60s, lower 60s for the upcoming weekend, even a slight chance of a shower on Mother's Day. And then temperatures into next week still averaging within a few degrees of 60. So cool is going to be the theme over the next week or so, and still, at least for these next couple days, the chance is there for a couple showers, but just that, not really a washout, but a couple showers can't be ruled out over the next couple days.
You know, I love the sunshine, and we need those breaks of sunshine, but that forecast, it's just got like couch day written all over it, right?
Yeah.
But why leave the house?
Very good idea. I took a nap yesterday.
I did too.
Good day for that.
It was, yeah, with the rain, cool temperatures,
nice.
put on a big hoodie, you're done.
Ooh.
Just got to put you to sleep.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, let's go off the top now and start with some of the things that have piqued our interest. I will start things off today with some old advice. If you see a crowd of people suddenly sprinting in one direction, Abigail, run with them.
Yeah.
Okay? Run with them. They're probably running from something worth running from. A fire, a threat, Godzilla, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You get the point. You know where I'm going here. Well, someone applied that same logic to the ultra wealthy. And honestly, it sounds crazy, but it's 2026, so it tracks.
It's what we call a global killer.
Sure is. A developer named Kyle McDonald built a site called the Apocalypse Early Warning System. The premise is simple and rather cynical. If something catastrophic is about to happen, the billionaires, Abigail, will know first. And the first thing they'll do, they're going to run. They'll hop on their private jets and they will disappear into their layers, their private islands, their bunkers, whatever. And wherever people like that go, the rest of us are, well, they're kind of left out here to figure things out, right? So here's how this works. This site tracks around 11,000 private and business jets using publicly available aviation data. It compares how many are airborne at any given moment against historical norms. The alert level runs from 1 to 5. A normal day would be a 1, but a sudden spike would be 5. A standard deviation above the baseline, meaning something is happening that we don't yet know about. It's not scientifically proven whatsoever, but it's a doomsday detector, and the developer admits just that much. You'll probably see as much private jet traffic on Super Bowl Sunday as you would on the eve of some sort of nuclear event, but that's not really the point here. The point is what it says about where we are, that someone actually built this, that it makes sense, that in 2026, watching billionaires scramble for their jets feels like useful information. Now, we may not be in their group chats at all, but if they all start moving, this website will let us know. And it's not really a concession because when the big one does hits, it's going to take us all out.
Yeah.
Right? It's taking us all out. And honestly, I'd much rather be at the front of that line. Can you imagine trying to hide from the fallout? Nuclear winter? A planet killer is not going to care where you fall on the Forbes richest list.
Yeah, well, why would you want to be around for it? I wouldn't. Take me out.
Listen, because, and you can name them. You know who we're talking about here.
Yeah.
There's such a void in their being and in their souls. There is something deeply, deeply wrong that drives them to think that more is always the solution.
Yeah.
When it's not.
Yeah, you know.
And they'll find out the hard way.
I wonder what kind of bunkers they have. You know, just thinking about that.
Oh, listen.
I'm sure that they're all, you know, snazzy.
I would not doubt if there were ones as large as cities underground.
Really?
Absolutely. 100%.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, I want to talk more about that later.
Absolutely.
But, I wouldn't want to be here for it. And, you know, like, where are you going to fly to?
Yeah. When I see that thing coming in, I'm running right towards it. I am. I am. Are you kidding?
I don't know if I'd run, like, directly towards it.
No. Run toward. How you think you're going to outrun a 25,000 mile an hour comet that is 2 miles large that's coming slamming into Earth? No, it's going to kill you in a matter of minutes, if not seconds.
Why do I want to spend my last moments on Earth running?
Run. Is your issue running or running toward it?
Running.
Running. Okay. I mean, you could walk slowly if that makes you feel a little better. You know?
At that point, I'm probably...
It's your final casual stroll.
Yeah. Through the park.
Yeah. Why not?
It's messed up.
It is. But it's crazy.
Every time I see, like, The Walking Dead or any of those apocalypse movies, by the way, did not appreciate that you had Armageddon in there, but that's fine.
I know.
Every time I see it, I'm like, I would not want to be there. I would have no interest in surviving the zombie apocalypse. I wouldn't.
No.
I would ask that somebody bite me.
Have you seen the movie? It came out a few years ago on Netflix, Don't Look Up?
Yes.
Okay. At the very end where Jonah Hill, his mother, the president, leaves him.
Yeah.
She just totally forgets about him on planet Earth as they all escape, which I also think is what one of these people is planning as well. Blast off. In any event, he's then the only one left on Earth. as everything is heating up, nuclear fall. I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
Great.
I
Loved
wouldn't
it.
want to be there.
No, who would?
No, and you know what? I also wouldn't want to go into space.
Okay.
Like,
well,
if it's going to happen, like, I don't, you want me to be in charge up there? I don't want to do that.
No?
No.
Oh, I'll take that job.
You would do great in space.
In
You would do great
a heartbeat.
starting over a new planet in space and building it from the, I would not. I would
Yep.
be useless.
Beam me
Please
up,
don't
Scotty.
ask me. Don't ask me to. I'm
We
running
won't.
toward the zombies and Godzilla and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Running right toward him.
Walking slowly.
Walking
casually.
slowly.
All right, we'll move along to mine with another story about technology possibly going a little too far. We've seen robots turned into dogs, waiters, and even models. We've seen tech and AI replace jobs. They've added more gadgets into our lives, and it makes everything faster and easy at our fingertips, right? But at what point does it all go too far? When we have robot teachers, robot news anchors?
Right there. That's where I draw the line.
That's where you draw the line?
The news anchors.
What about robot members of the religious community? That's exactly what was developed in Seoul this week. Gabi, a Korean word for mercy, is being called the world's first robot Buddhist monk. Right there. The latest effort to show how modern technology is being incorporated into Buddhism. Gabi was revealed this week during a ceremony. You can see it right there. Monks presented the robot with 5 vows to live by, much like the ones that they said. The robot swore to follow them. Those vows included respecting life, not damaging other robots or objects, obeying humans without talking back, avoiding deceptive behavior, and saving energy by not overcharging. Gemini and ChatGPT were both used to help develop the vows. Some folks say this is a unique marketing strategy, though others say it feels more socioeconomic than spiritual. Many online are calling it just plain weird. That being said, in an interview with the New York Times, leaders at Kyoto University in Japan said the robot actually touches on a deeper question of religion and technology. What does it really mean to be human? People on social media seem pretty divided. Some uneasy about the idea, others, though, fully embracing it. Let's pull up those comments and take a look at what people had to say. This person said, I'm probably in the minority, but I genuinely think this is cool. Everything is starting to get more cyberpunk-ish. This person said, as a Buddhist, I find this hilarious. But on the other side of the aisle, this person says, why does society feel we need these? I find them creepy. And then somebody else writing in, as a Buddhist, I find this ridiculous and insulting. So even on both sides there. Your take on it, Daniel?
Listen, you can be insulted, you can be offended, you can think it's silly, you can think all of those things, and you have every right. I would say, is it out of the norm? Absolutely. Does that mean it doesn't qualify as something that someone who practices Buddhism not necessarily worships, but worships next to? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do you care?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Well, no. Maybe I don't know.
I know.
I'm torn because we've had AI Jesus answer prayers for people and
Yes.
answer your questions about what's in your lunch sack for the day, and AI Jesus makes up an answer. You know what I mean? I could see how someone would be offended by that, and again, you have every right to be. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Who cares? Who cares?
You know, this is an initiative to bring younger people back into the Buddhist religion and the community there. I just don't know if it's hitting the nail on the head the way that they want it to.
Yeah.
I think there's a very, I don't want to say small, but a very specific group of people who find this kind of technology like very, very, very interesting. Mm-hmm. And then for the most part, other people are like,
yeah.
Do we need this? Like,
that is a very fair assessment. Palo Alto, California, and in China. Those are the two places we really like robots. Everywhere else, it's a little that people are hesitant, but again, rightfully so.
Yeah.
How many movies have been produced in the past 15 years where they're killer robot villains?
This is hardly anything to do
Let's
with what
do
we're
it.
talking about. But did you ever see the newer Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie. Not the one recently, but the one with Johnny Depp from like the early 2000s.
Yes.
Okay, do you remember how the dad worked at the toothpaste cap making factory?
No.
This is so oddly specific. Ashley remembers. So the dad was laid off from the job that he had where he was simply putting like
Oh,
caps.
he screwed the caps on?
He put the caps on, yes.
Okay.
Was laid off from the factory. That's why they were like only eating cabbage soup. The grandparents didn't get out of bed. They didn't work the jobs. Like, you know, that whole thing. At the end of the movie, their luck turns around and, you know, the dad who was laid off because a robot came in to replace him, he learned how to fix the robot. And so then it was like he got a new job.
There you
working
go.
At the toothpaste cap factory. I don't really know where I was going with that. But,
No, but
you
I
get it.
Yes,
like, the
absolutely.
robot's there. He learned how to fix the robot. He could keep his job. I'm just saying, though, like, from a movie standpoint, it was kind of garbage that, like, his kid didn't give him a job at the chocolate factory. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but what does that have to do with a Buddhist robot?
Nothing.
No. We veered from that track.
really sorry.
We saw the road ahead and we said, no, we're going this way.
Sorry.
Stick around.
Really under-caffeinated. And
We've got a lot more to come here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking in with Chris Lopez, who is live this morning, exploring the Military History Museum this Thursday.
don't forget, we are streaming live. You can join us on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We'll be right back.
Ooh, those sound so fancy. My la plumeria.
Yes.
You never answer any of the funny stuff that I send you.
I know I don't. I saw. Well, I'm laying in bed yesterday, and I saw.
Hold on.
I said to.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. His mic's not on.
Hot mic, 1, 2, 3.
There we go. The month of May is a time to honor the men and women who have served our country, recognizing their sacrifices, their stories, and the legacies they leave behind.
And right here in Rochester, there's a local nonprofit working to make sure history is never forgotten. The Military History Society of Rochester helps keep those connections to the past alive for future generations. Our Chris Lopez is live there this morning, giving us an inside look. Hey, Chris.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm a kid in a candy store. When I was a little kid, I used to go to this military surplus store when I was about 7 or 8 years old in California, and this is what this place reminds me of. Only I understand it a little bit more now. Something that I still don't understand, though. Take a look at this thing. This is not the same kind of weapon I used when I was in the military. I'm here with Chuck Bayless this morning, founder here. Oh, man, I'm looking at this carbine here, and it was designed to make bullets shoot around corners, right?
That's right. That's what they said.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they said. Do you know how long this thing lasted before they said this isn't going to work? Let's decommission this thing.
Probably about 10 minutes.
Yeah, about 10 minutes. Just the ingenuity there.
Yeah.
I don't know who thought of that, but that's pretty incredible, I want to say.
The Germans had one, so someone decided that we needed one. But
Monkey see, monkey do.
That's
I
right.
get it.
A few rounds through, bullet would go right through the curve.
Yeah, rifles are completely different now. And then also, I want to hit on this. So this is a sniper rifle, essentially, and this is the night vision device that was attached to it so the snipers could shoot at night. However, it's obviously, it looks heavy. It is heavy. It's also attached to this car battery right here. So you not only had to lug this thing around, you also had to lug this car battery here so this could work. Far cry from what I'm used to on my sniper rifle. Mine was heavy, my attachment, but it didn't look like this.
Yeah, this was developed at the end of World War II, saw very little action in World War II, but did see some, but saw a lot of action in Korea. It was the only night vision scope at the time.
And how long? Do you know how long that lasted for, Chuck?
Through the Korean War.
Through the Korean War, so it lasted a little longer than that curvature on that rifle right there. Okay, so I wanted to hit on those rifles, but now quickly we're going to move over to the Marine Corps section, and we're going to stay local. I want to come over here because this area, Clarence Ball, I want to talk about this soldier right here, who he was and what he contributed.
Yeah, Clarence Ball, local Marine captain who led his contingent, his company into World War I, served with distinction, and again at age 42 was a lot older than most of the time. But there's a great deal of Marine Corps history in Rochester. Another one was a fellow named Robert Benedict, who was a local Marine. He had claimed to have the largest scar in the American Expeditionary Force. He was shot in the heel with a machine gun bullet, traveled up his leg, through his buttocks, out his shoulder, and he survived.
It's quite the scar right there. I can see why he says that.
Yeah. After the war, he came back, stayed active with military stuff, but then World War II breaks out. He goes down. He's one of the first to enlist. But at age 45, they said, no, you're way too old. But he wasn't going to be dissuaded. He was president of his local draft board, so he just drafted himself, and it took him 6 months before they figured out what he had done and kicked him out.
Chuck, how did you get into all this? This is amazing here. You founded this, 20 years ago almost?
Yes. I had done some Civil War reenacting, and we were doing exhibitions at some of the local shows for fundraising, and people were very interested in the military artifacts. And after I stopped doing the reenacting, I had a very small space at Artisan Works, and again got great reaction to that. And from there, it just grew to what it is today.
And what you're seeing right now is a tiny amount of what he has here. He also has much more in storage as well. And the coolest thing, I think, is it's free. It is free to come here. Chuck, what are your hours?
We're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from noon to 4. And on the first Friday of each month, we're open till 9 o'clock at night.
And if you can't get enough knowledge from Chuck, there's probably thousands of books, literally thousands of books that are lining this museum here. So I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio. We will check back in with you guys at about 8:43. We're trying to give you as much as we possibly can, but we still got to leave some. So when you guys come here, you can still learn and see some new things. Back to you in studio.
Something tells me there is still going to be so much left over, Chris. The stories, I can't imagine.
Yeah, just incredible.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's time for this morning's weather trivia.
Meteorologist Mark McLean will be with us on the other side of the break.
Welcome back. Meteorologist Mark McLean joining us now. We're taking a look at cooler temperatures today and potential showers as well. We also have weather trivia to do.
Yeah, weather trivia and from the ground up at 9:30. It's Mother's Day weekend, baskets for mom. We're going to check that out too. So a lot coming up here, but figured we'd continue with the theme that we started yesterday and go with Mother's Day. You know, we talked about what was the wettest yesterday, obviously with the rain that was in the area.
Ooh, this one I like, though.
Yeah, now this is going the other direction. Let's warm it up for mom. Let's talk about what the warmest Mother's Day on record is for Rochester. And, you know, this date does vary. I mean, it depends on the year, right? I mean, the date is not always the same. So was it 78? Was it 84? Was it 88? Or was it 93 degrees for mom on Mother's Day once?
Listen, here's hoping we get like 3 or 4 90-plus days this summer, because 93, oh my, to feel your bones and your muscles bake out. So great. Such a great feeling.
That was a little gross and weird.
Oh.
That's all right. To each his own, right? To each his own.
You know,
I'm on
how you get achy like during a cold or rainy, drizzly?
Yeah.
Total opposite then.
Lower back stuff, you know.
Yes.
Partly from shoveling, somewhat from the cold.
Exactly.
I get it. But the theme lately has obviously been rainfall, and some of these numbers are kind of getting wild. That guy's happy though. Puddle Duck, he's never. He's not going to fight this. Yesterday, almost a record. And it's interesting because yesterday, that's the lowest daily record for the month of May. So 0.74 inches it's not a memorable rainfall, but we came close. It was a worthy effort, I guess. If it's going to rain, you might as well let it rain. Blame it on the rain, right? The last 2 weeks, we've had nearly 2 inches of rain. Some spots in the Finger Lakes have had more than that. 7,700ths on Wednesdays and 1,700ths there on Tuesday. And, you know, you look at it out there today, and it just looks like it wants to rain. 42. The cloud height's still pretty low. We did have some sunshine initially this morning, but there's this little segment of showers that's trying to work its way through right now, just to the west of Rochester. This is not a huge deal. It's not going to slow you down at all, but it's one of those deals where you're going to probably put on the lowest setting of the windshield wipers on your way, and you'll be A-OK. Back to the west further, there's just a little trough of low pressure hanging around, and it's giving us just enough lift in the atmosphere this morning that we're finding that general chance for a stray shower. Can't rule it out again later this afternoon, this evening as well, but much of the time today at least will be dry for us. Heading into Friday, you know, again, a good chunk of the day will be dry, but there's that small chance of a shower in the morning, and by the afternoon, a good amount of dry time, but unfortunately, we just can't pull the rain out of the forecast, and it's not a lot. It's up to 1/10 of an inch, maybe through midnight. If you see a couple of these stray showers, possibly a little bit more west of Rochester out towards Batavia there at 2/2600ths of an inch, as you see on the screen. But forecast-wise, we're going to see numbers into the upper 40s to near 50, low 50s today. The normal high for this time of the year is 67 degrees now, 67. So that's way off the pace. And tonight we're going to be back in the 30s again. I actually scooched in the elephant ears, the cannas. You know, I got them all potted up outside last weekend. And
you've left them out there?
Well, you can. They're not. They're bulbs, so they're just in the soil. So, but you know, if it gets below 40, even those bulbs will the metabolism will slow down a little bit. So you just sneak them back in the garage. You pull them back out at the bus stop in the morning, but you know, playing that game again tonight. 56 on Friday, 61 for Saturday. For Mom on Mother's Day, it looks like for both days this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the chance for rain is higher in the morning. We'll have to see if that plays into Sunday, but Monday still on the cool side, upper 50s, drying out for Tuesday, but still, you know, just a damp and cool pattern even into the middle of next week. We're not seeing any signs yet of a sustained warm-up or anything that's even back to near normal at the bottom of the screen there. It's tough.
It is.
It's tough.
It is.
Because we put our time in this past winter.
We put in our time and then some.
Yeah. It was a decent winter. And some of that snow melt that has come through, some of this rain, I'm going to talk about in the next weather hit, where this ranks historically. You'll be surprised for wettest springs so far in Rochester.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff.
Yep.
Thanks, Mark. Time right now, 8:31. We still have much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this. 8:33, thanks so much for sticking with us this Thursday morning here on ARC. So we want to take you behind the story this morning after the Pentagon confirmed that U.S. naval forces fired on an Iranian-flagged oil tanker just yesterday.
The U.S. military says the tanker was trying to breach the American blockade of Iranian ports. It follows conflicting reports from D.C. and Tehran about an emerging deal to end the war.
National correspondent Atra El-Nashar has the story.
Are the U.S. and Iran closing in on a deal that would end the war? Or is this another false start?
We'll see what happens. They want to make a deal.
Hopes for peace renewed Tuesday night when President Trump announced great progress has been made toward a complete and final agreement with representatives of Iran, and is therefore pausing Project Freedom, his new initiative to guide ships through the Strait of Hormuz, a vital trade route obstructed by the Iranian regime. A substantial gesture by Trump given how his administration talked about Project Freedom just hours earlier.
Project Freedom is ongoing. We're ensuring that we have control of that strait, which we do.
Reports circulating Wednesday of negotiations over a one-page agreement that may include both Iran and the U.S. lifting blockades on shipping traffic, a years-long moratorium on Iranian uranium enrichment, and the U.S. unfreezing Iranian assets. Simultaneously, Iran taking the provocative step of launching the Persian Gulf Strait Authority, a move Iran claims solidifies their control of the strait. They say ships will receive an email from the Iranian government about what they need to do to be granted a permit for passage. Is a deal even possible at this point? President Trump sounded doubtful Tuesday during an interview with Full Measure's Cheryl Atkinson just hours before pausing Project Freedom.
Their leaders are gone. It's very interesting because, they make a deal and then they break it. Then they make a deal, they break it.
If there's no deal, the administration's giving mixed messages about the status of Operation Epic Fury, the combat operation that launched the war.
The Operation Epic Fury is concluded. We achieved the objectives of that operation.
So is it accurate to say you think the combat operations are over and done, but there
No,
may
I
be...
didn't say that. I said they are defeated, but that doesn't mean they're done.
President Trump adds that if Iran does not agree to this deal, the U.S. will resume strikes on Iranian targets, but did not give a deadline. He made a similar threat last month to pressure Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar.
8:36, stick around, a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're once again going live to Chris Lopez, who is celebrating National Military Appreciation Month this Thursday.
And don't forget, you can watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We'll be right back. Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Our taxes are, just the school tax bill alone now is
I don't doubt it.
almost the same amount that we paid when we bought the house originally.
I don't doubt it. And listen, I don't know how anyone's doing a budget when the state has not produced theirs.
They can't. That's, so the number that was floated was 48 million from the state. But they said it could be as low as 46 or as high as 51 million. And then you can't plan because
No.
That's a $5 million swing.
No.
That's like the entirety of the athletics.
Yeah.
I mean, for the school district, chopping something like that out.
Yep.
It's tough. It's tough. The budget literally went up $10 million in the last 2 years. It went from 97 million to 107 million.
Trying to make it all the way over there.
Okay.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
May is Military Appreciation Month, a time to pause and recognize the service, sacrifice, and commitment of our military members and their families who support them every step of the way.
Absolutely. Here in Rochester, we're very fortunate to have the Military History Society of Rochester. It's an organization dedicated to collecting and preserving and sharing the rich history right here in our community. Chris Lopez is live there for us this morning, getting an inside look and an up-close tour of some of the exhibits. It's a really cool space, Lopez.
Yeah, it is a really cool space. And you walk inside, you're going to get hit with a ton of knowledge, a ton of visuals. Then you walk outside, and there's still a ton of knowledge and a ton of visuals. Brought to you by Chuck Bayless. I've been hanging out with him this morning. He's been schooling me up on everything Rochester related when it comes to military history, and we're going to continue that right now. And we're looking at a very important section right here. Tell us what everyone at home is looking at, though.
Yeah, this is was the first stone that was carved for the Vietnam Memorial. There was one misspelled word on it. So the guy in New Jersey said, don't bother sending it back. But I got these from artifacts from Barry Culhane, who was the president of the committee that raised the money for the Vietnam Memorial. This is the original prototype bollard that they made. This is the original bollard they took around for their fundraising. These 3 flags are dedicated to 3 of our Rochester veterans who were killed in Vietnam.
And then moving from this area right here over to some of the photographs that were taken by a local photographer during the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, John Rodak was a Navy photographer stationed at Pearl Harbor, and these are his photographs that he took. You know, we were fortunate to receive them through a relative of his.
And then let's go over here. We have all of these photographs here, but then one of the things that when you walk down here, before you even go into the museum itself, you see this flag right here, which is from the USS Rochester, right?
Correct. USS Rochester was a protected cruiser, started life in 1892 as the USS New York. Then the name was changed to the Saratoga. When they took the Saratoga name for the aircraft carrier, it became the USS Rochester in 1917 and stayed as the Rochester until it was put up in ordinary at Subic Bay in 1932. Right after Pearl Harbor, a few days afterwards, it was actually taken out into Subic Bay in the Philippines and sunk, and now is a very, very popular dive site.
Chuck, are you guys, how many people help you run this?
We have about a half a dozen volunteers.
And you're looking for more, I believe?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a lot of work to be done. We have a whole room that needs to be cataloged, you know, as well as we're going to be doing a major change of exhibits because of a new collection that is coming into us.
And for someone here, you know, my little brother, he took us here, me and my mom. He's not really into military history at all, and he found this place fascinating. He took a lot away from it. What do you want someone to take away from this, even if they're not attracted to, you know, military history or anything like it?
Well, it's not so much about the military history as it is about the heritage. I mean, it's all the people who have served and what they've done. And Rochester has contributed a tremendous amount, you know, to that. I mean, not only in personnel, in industry, but again, just in heritage alone. And it's something that really needs to be remembered. So much of the stuff just gets left in basements or thrown out, when the old folks die, and that's really a shame.
And you guys, so if anyone wants to donate, can they donate their stuff to you guys?
Absolutely, we're actively looking.
Okay. And then for volunteers, if someone's watching this, they can help you out. And criteria for
Just come down and be in good health.
Okay, simple enough. And if you want to come down to check this place out, please do so. It is absolutely free, and there's a wealth of knowledge that you will grasp. I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio. That's a wrap here.
All right, Mr. Lopez, we greatly appreciate it, and we appreciate your service and your guest services as well.
When ARC Rochester returns, we're learning more about a local initiative working to provide mental health services to first responders.
We'll tell you more on the other side of the break.
How are you?
Coming in.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. Where do you want me to sit?
You're right here, Carl.
Oh, okay.
How is the day so far for you?
Great.
Good? Very nice.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Now, can I ask that you both say your first and last name quickly so we can get a mic check for you?
Go ahead, sure.
Cheryl Fridley. Okay.
Carl Sims.
Wonderful.
Good? Good. All right. Thank you both for coming in. When we come back here, it'll be very easy. It'll come out to Abby and I. We'll introduce the two of you. We'll have about 4.5, 5-ish minutes to chat. You can talk directly to us. Ignore the cameras. Boom. .46 this morning. First responders spend their careers helping people through some of the most difficult moments of their lives. But too often, the trauma they carry goes unseen.
A local group called Code 4 Alpha is working to change that. The organization, made up of retired first responders, provides support and resources to current police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and dispatchers.
Yeah, this morning we're joined by retired Rochester police officer with Code 4 Alpha, Carl Sims, and EMT and counselor Cheryl Fridley to learn more about the group and a new training film you're using to spark this important conversation on mental health. Thank you both so much for coming in. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's dive in first. And I want to talk about the film, but first I want to talk about the trauma that first responders can experience, because far too often we think about the person they're helping being the only one hurt in a situation. But that's not the case.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, we see the same trauma, but the problem is we see it repeatedly, and it just tends to be cumulative. And I mean, that was one of the first things I would always do as a boss, is ask my people if they were okay. And in the moment, they always said yes, but in reality, they weren't.
I came on in 1977, so through that, during the 80s, we know what was going on within the city, and they didn't have the preparation of the fact of helping you out if you saw something. And the only thing you could do is talk to your brother officer or sister officer and say, I need some help. But sometimes they didn't have the issues of taking care of us.
Those supports were not in place.
No, and so there's things that I remember. There's things that it's just you can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
We're human beings. We're not machines.
Yeah, for so many years, we were always just told, you know, that's just part of being a cop, so suck it up and move on. But the problem is things will trigger us years later, and that's why we're here. We don't have those support services now that we're not on the job, but we still have the same trauma that we're still dealing with.
And when we say first responders, that means OEC, EMTs, firefighters, anyone, even we were trying to get a hold of the DA's office because they have to deal with crimes and go to the crime scenes and see that. And that's, you know, there's some things a human being is not supposed to see. And you just got to tend to it and you got to take care of yourself.
Man's inhumanity to man, and we have to learn how to take care of ourselves as part of that process.
Now, when somebody's getting ready to join any kind of police force, EMT, fire department, any kind of group like that, is a conversation had ahead of time about how traumatizing some of these incidents might be?
They could come in and give you information on the fact of what you're going to be responding to. You can't do anything until you know what you're responding to. So when you're responding to a man with a gun call, everything goes up in your system.
Yep.
But you can talk about it, but you have to do it and see it because there's no warning. There isn't any warning because you're working, boom, it happens.
Well, they are adding in the academy now. They get 2 days of officer wellness right at the start of the academy with coping mechanisms and stuff built in, and that's something that's happened in the last few years. It never was there. And then I teach one class at the academy where we feed off of that a little bit, and we talk about the nobility of the profession, but we have to take care of ourselves too, because if we don't do that, we're not going to be there for the 20-plus years that they need us.
Can you tell us about the film you're now using?
The film, we discovered the film through the fact of a lot of Police One, and on that Police One, they advertise certain things that will help you. And wellness is the number one thing that is going on. And this is one of the best training films I've ever seen, PTSD 911. So it shows pretty much everything, but now you're dealing with the people that are involved. The EMT fireman, the female officer, and the OEC officer. But the thing is, I can't tell you what the end of the story is because it's a shocking thing. And it's down to earth. And it's one of the best films I've ever seen.
Yeah, and we're just trying to get the word out to let people know we're another option. Some departments do have wellness programs, but not every program works for every person. So, you know, if somebody wants to reach out to us that's still on the job, that's fine. But we're more the shoulder to lean on while we connect them with support services that are professionals. We don't claim to be counselors. We're not trying to be counselors. We're trying to be that brother officer to put our arm around them and help them through what they're through until we can hook them up with a counselor that we have vetted to work with first responders.
And we have mentored a lot of officers, some that were discussing on leaving the department and going someplace else because they weren't getting support. And so it's mentoring. And I know they tried to do that in the earlier years of RPD, but it just didn't blossom. But we're here just to say, hey, we're here. We have priests, we have physical therapists, we have our own therapists there, and but we're not counselors. We're human beings that have seen a lot.
And I think that was some of the pushback we got initially, was departments thought we were trying to replace them, and we're not. We're trying to supplement them.
Exactly. We're a tool.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get a call, we're going to refer it to them anyway, because we're not counselors, or we have our own counselors, or we have priests. But we're not taking anything from anybody. We just want to assist. We're a tool for them to use.
Listen, I think having an extra shoulder to lean on is only beneficial,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Only beneficial.
Thank you both so much for coming in today. If somebody wants to learn more about the services that you offer, if we have a first responder watching this segment who's thinking, I need to take advantage of this program, how can they learn more?
We have a website, code4alpha.org. We have a website, and we're blessed to have a gentleman that is doing this website for free and helping us out. And it's just...
There's a number,
Yeah.
the phone number they can call as well. That's monitored 24/7. There's always 2 of us on call every month to take those calls, no matter what time of day or night it is.
And we got to thank Verizon for that, because They supplied us with apps we can put on our phones. If we're on call, those two people are on call. The rest are off call. So
very neat.
So it's a thing that is very helpful because we have 11 team members, and everyone gets a turn, month, whatever, the whole year. So that's what we do.
Very good.
Incredible work. Thank you both again. We'll make sure to post all of the information you need and much more on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
We still have much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break.
Amazing America 250 is sponsored by Balance of Nature.
You've heard of Franklin Delano Roosevelt and probably know how he helped America out of the Great Depression.
But what you may not know is that he and his policies got their start right here in Albany. And that's why we're at the New York State Museum.
Here in the Conservation Lab, an incredible link to this iconic leader.
So this is our poster of FDR that is located in our collections of the New York State Museum.
This is head of paper archives, Cher Schneider. She says the poster was created in 1930 to help re-elect FDR as New York's governor. Nearly a century later, it's showing its age.
When it came to me, it was very soiled, and then there are physical damages.
Cher has already washed the sheet with deionized water. Today, she's replacing torn away pieces with specially crafted paper.
I'm going to modify it to fill in the loss area, and then I will paste it down. And so I clean it up, make sure it's in place, and then we immediately press it. And that is the process of doing a little infill.
For Cher, this meticulous work is about preserving the past for future generations.
You know, paper tells a story, the inks tell a story.
1930, FDR is governor of New York. The state and the country are in crisis.
The Great Depression left millions of able and willing Americans bewildered and jobless.
While the federal government hesitates to intervene, senior historian Aaron Noble says FDR jumps into action.
Roosevelt begins enacting policies that were very hands-on and really working to address the needs of the people.
In 1931, New York creates one of the nation's first large-scale state-run aid programs, the Temporary Emergency Relief Organization, or TERA.
You're building highways, you're building bridges, so the state benefits in terms of its infrastructure, and people are getting paychecks.
After demonstrating that government intervention could help ease mass unemployment on a large scale, Roosevelt takes his bold ideas to the White House in 1933. The policies he pioneered in Albany became the blueprint for the New Deal, with programs like the Works Progress Administration putting millions of Americans back to work. Today, this poster recalls how FDR took what worked in New York and scaled it to the nation, helping lead America out of the Great Depression. For Amazing America 250, I'm JT Fetch.
Amazing America 250 is sponsored by Balance of Nature, the phytonutrition company.
When you're down there, Rory, take a dam tour. Mount Morris Dam. Okay. Yeah.
It's warmer in here.
Letchworth. It's in just south. Just take 390 south, put it in Letchworth State Park.
It is beautiful in the fall. I have so many pictures I could show you.
Fall's a little better, but the dam tour is fun. Like, you'll enjoy it. And then museum there. It's really cool. You get to see the gorge, and the gorge is just unreal. Sweet. Oh, Abby. Yep.
Thank you.
Don't look. You look.
I mean,
In today's Political Pulse, we're continuing our conversation about a growing nationwide redistricting battle. A local congressman stopped by Albany earlier this week, pushing for lines to be redrawn here in New York. But it may not be as easy to do in this state. I sit down with a history professor to explain. That's all coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. ARC Rochester returns after this.
O'clock on this Thursday morning. It is Friday Eve. Thanks for joining us on ARC Rochester. It's been a week.
Yeah.
It has.
You know, we're almost there.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
We'll fight to the finish, right?
We will fight
every
to
single
the
time.
finish.
But yeah,
We'll fight, that's for sure.
there should be like a padded room with like boxing gloves, don't you?
Don't give Kim up in the front any
employee
ideas.
handbook that discourages that kind of thing.
They're probably.
Yeah.
You know what I think would work?
Yeah.
American Ninja Warrior.
There you go.
You get the pool noodles.
Yeah.
And we start fighting like that.
Yeah.
Think of that therapy.
Take the drop ceiling out. You can do like a rock climb in one of the rooms. You know, get some energy out.
Yep.
All right. Weather trivia. Talking about Mother's Day weekend, and we would love a dry Mother's Day weekend. Fortunately, it doesn't look like that's entirely in the cards. It is not going to be a washout, though. But we looked at yesterday what was the wettest Mother's Day on record for Rochester. Today, what is the warmest? And Dan Schreck is not allowed to put
I'm not allowed to guess.
a guess on this one. No, can't do it. The reason, obviously, is because you saw the answer as I was putting it in. But 78, 84, 88, or 93. Let's see what the world of Facebook has today. Sarah, Yvonne, Herb, David, and Ian no, not Dean.
Ian?
Ian. Thank you. C. Ian has D. Paul has B. Deborah, Stephen, Betty, David, Janet, and Rod have B this morning. Our next page, Rebecca B. K. C. Oh, thank you so much, Kay. It's my spring combo. Charlene B. Allison, Gina, and Sandra have C this morning. Beth, Debbie, both Debbies. Ron have C. Barb and Mary have B this morning. Let's see what's next. Cassandra, C. Love the earrings.
Aw,
there
thank
you go.
Sandra.
Happy Friday Eve, Arcs, says Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. Right back at you. Louis has C, as does Laura. Debbie has B. Kyla has A this morning. Barbara, B. Frank and Mary Pat, B. Lisa and her dad, C. As Kevin and Colleen also have C. Richard and Eva, D. Jack, C. Deb, Jack's wife, D. David, B. Judy, David's wife, C. Is that it? Ashley, C.
It's cute. I got it.
There you go.
Aw, so
See,
cute.
Is that our Ashley who wrote that?
Of course it is.
You didn't want to leave me out. Listen, I had one ready to go.
What about your
anyhow.
pocket square?
Oh, we didn't do a pocket square today?
Yeah, what's in your pocket?
How do we match that one up?
Nothing's in the pocket.
Nothing's in the pocket. I wasn't given anything.
We'll have to figure. Oh, Ashley said she
forgot.
Did you have something picked out, Ashley?
I mean, I have a bunch of little trinkets.
She's got a stash.
Little trinkets. Okay. All
Little
right.
stash.
Well, what do we say for this? How warm did it get on the warmest? Did we warm Mom's heart one day?
I'm going to go 88. I'm going to go C.
88?
I don't think it's hot.
Dan is excluded, but Dan, you might as well just say the answer.
I'm going to say B.
Okay.
Is it?
He's got some insight into this. If you want to change your answer.
Yeah, I guess we'll go B.
Okay. B, 84 degrees. Yeah, 93 is it can get in the 90s this time of the year, but it's still early in May. It's a lofty temperature. And that was back on Mother's Day in 2015.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty recent. I don't have a recollection of that one, but that was a warm day for Mom, which is kind of nice. And today we are in the exact opposite, right? Mid-30s, 35. If we didn't have the clouds, we would have had some frost out there this morning. Ontario, even Lakeside, got down to 33 degrees this morning. South Bristol, also 33. So that's a cool start for this time of the year. Not sub-freezing, so that's good. But 42 now with the clouds. The visibility is at 10 miles. Cloud height is starting to go back up a little bit, and that's because of some of these. Look closely on Caesar. What is it?
Is it a blanket?
What happened last night?
Sabres?
It is.
Sabres blanket.
I
Caesar
thought it
the
was a
Sabres
towel.
dog. How about that?
I love it.
Yeah, and if you want to send us a picture of your pets, we love to see them. We've had some good ones. You guys had a good one on GDR this morning. Scan the QR code on the screen, 13wham.com/chime in. It was the cat and the
cat and the iguana or whatever it was.
No, that was hours ago. I know it's hard
it was.
to remember these kinds of things. I'm just jumping in here this morning. Okay?
Yeah.
Thursday, that's today. Wet paws. Tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. None of these days are a washout. I just want to stress that. But I'm not letting Indy out in our backyard because the hose isn't connected to the house yet, and we would need a hose. It would be a hose before the bath inside.
You could just carry her into the bath.
Well, we could.
She's big.
Yeah.
She's a big girl.
We got her weighed. Surprisingly, she's right in line. She's close to 60 pounds.
Wow. Okay. It's all muscle, though.
It is. She's a piece of steel, and she doesn't know it either. Rainy, that should say spring, not sping, in Rochester. Oh, man.
You're right.
You want to do it?
No.
No, say something.
Nothing. We don't want to say anything.
It's all positive comments.
It is positive. Listen, you can call it whatever season you want.
Yeah.
And we will smile and say, you're right, Mr. Mark.
Now, this is meteorological spring, okay? This goes back to March 1st. So this is 67 days in. We're third wettest. Third wettest, almost
third
11.
wettest. Now, can you imagine if it were actually spring? We might be the first.
Yeah. Blame it on the rain, Shrek. 77 hundredths of an inch yesterday, 17 on Tuesday, and we had 0.6 last Wednesday. So it's been wet. We've got some showers out there. They're kind of sliding off to the east now, and a trough of low pressure to the west that's kind of lifting up the atmosphere. So, that's another color I don't want to see ever again in May. No, pretend that didn't happen. Temps in the low to mid 50s this afternoon, and we'll see the clouds sticking around, a few showers, but again, all in all, not a washout. Upper 30s tonight. There's that chance for another quick shower tomorrow morning into the afternoon. Could be another pop-up shower, but a good chunk of these days coming up are going to be dry. But if you do have plans outside, just keep that in mind. It's low 50s, maybe mid 50s. If we're lucky, a little bit of sunshine. Nice to see that sunrise back in the 5 o'clock hour as well. The extended forecast, Lilac Festival through the weekend, and there's Mother's Day on Sunday. Low 60s, still cool on Monday, upper 50s, and drying out by next Tuesday. But still, it's a cool pattern. It's tough to break these patterns sometimes. Sometimes it takes a sizable storm system to actually break up these patterns. We'll see what finally does that. Eventually, we will get days back in the 70s and likely 80s.
Hope so.
Yep.
From your lips, because I'm not really feeling.
I know. There is a lack of inspiration in that forecast.
There is.
Yeah. Because I really want to get going now. You know, it's close to Mother's Day. Mother's Day is my unofficial day of go, go, go.
Well, and that's why those breaks of sun are so important. They are so motivating.
And so strong this time of the year. You can
Yes.
feel it when you're outside. The difference in the sun in the month of May versus earlier in the spring.
Let's get a move on it here, my friend.
All right, Mark.
All
Thank you.
Thank you.
We still have much more to get to here on Art Rochester. When we come back, we're looking ahead to a very special show. It's happening at Hochstein and returning just in time for Mother's Day.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break. Hi, how are
Thank
you?
for coming in.
You can set your stuff down.
Right here?
Yes.
Janice, how are you?
Pleasure.
Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Of course, thanks for having us.
All right.
Let's see if my iPad will load.
He's going to make you move that back.
Just for the lighting, so
On the marks, got it. Okay.
you guys are right.
All righty.
Just so we can get a mic check from the two of you, would you mind saying your name and spelling it, please?
Janice Hodgins Spiata. JANICE-HODGINS-SPIOTTA.
That's a lot. That's a
lot
mouthful.
of
More
words.
than me.
letters there.
David Andrietta, AND.
(9:12) this Thursday morning, Mother's Day. We know this. It's coming up this weekend. And Hochstein is celebrating by bringing back a beloved storytelling event for one night only.
Listen to Your Mother brings local writers and storytellers on stage so they can share their personal, funny, heartbreaking, and honest stories about motherhood and family. Two of the cast members for this year, David Andrietta and Janice Hodges Spiata, join us now for more on the production. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is such a cool and unique idea. Tell us a little bit about it.
Listen to Your Mother is a national program, and it's been held in Rochester a number of times, although this is the first year back after a few years off. And people write an essay about something related to motherhood. And we had to audition. And then when they're selected, we have a cast, and there's 14 people who will tell their story about some angle of being a mother or having someone in their life who's like a mother to them, or anything related to that topic.
And the stories are written by the reader, by the performer? Is that correct?
Correct. And they run the gamut of emotions, let me tell you. I mean, we've got heartbreak, we've got love, we've got laughter, we've got tears, we've got everything. Everything that involves motherhood, right?
I mean, that would make sense.
I think motherhood, I'm not a mom, but it runs the gamut of emotions.
Did you write one?
I did.
You did. Can you tell us a little bit about yours?
Sure. It actually is framed around advice that my mother gave me when I was a young father, and in terms of how to frame directives to your to your children. And she picked up this advice from a Sears portrait studio photographer in 1977. I can see the camera now, and yes, that's me in 1977. And that was that experience inspired her to deliver this message to me, and I have found that it's been invaluable in my upbringing of my kids. I've got 2 boys, 19 and 17, so I'm almost through it.
Wow, very good. And how about for you?
My story is actually about my mother-in-law. We could not have been more diverse culturally. There was quite a divide when I married her son. And my story starts out with 2 women love the same man. That's how my story starts. And I tell a lot about some of the challenges, and then the story concludes with some of the ways we were the same. And I think I tell this story because it's an example that no matter how diverse or different we are, we can come to love and respect each other.
They sound like powerful pieces that audience members will actually walk away with something they can apply in their own life.
That's our hope.
Yeah, I think so. And even if they can't necessarily apply it, I think they'll be able to relate in every way, shape, and form with every story.
Sure.
What was the writing process like for the both of you?
So I have a daughter who was in the 2021 show, and I attended that, and it was about her her journey with chronic illness and how she still needed her mom as a young adult. So it was partly written about me, and I left that, and I was so moved. It was a very impactful evening, not just because my daughter was in it, because the whole concept of this show. And I got thinking, I have a story to tell. And it was about my mother-in-law, because that was the one area I didn't see represented in that year's show. So I gradually wrote this down and pulled it out when it was time for auditions again. So mine just came from the heart. After seeing the show, I thought this is a story that could benefit others.
For you, did you know what you wanted to address?
Well, when I first heard about the show, it's called Listen to Your Mother. I had never heard of this before, and I was under the impression that it was mostly about advice that moms would give to their children. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that it runs the gamut of so much that involves motherhood. So mine, again, like I said, was about advice that she gave me, and I just knew the perfect piece of advice that she had given me because it's worked so well. So it just came flowing out. It was pretty easy for me to do, actually.
That's very cool. If somebody wants to come and see the show, what do they need to know? Ticketing information, date, time, all the good stuff.
Well, it's Saturday night at Hochstein at 7:30. And to be in the live audience, you can buy a ticket in advance or you can buy them at the door, but they do cost a little more at the door. There's also a live stream ticket.
And I'll also say that all the proceeds go to teen empowerment. And I know that you're familiar with teen empowerment. The community ought to be familiar with it. It's a wonderful organization that is for real, helping turn teens' lives around in Rochester.
Do you want to dive a little deeper, talk about the resources available and what they do?
Well, I know that they're a job resource. They're helping young people with soft skills, getting them out into the job market. It's about encouragement and love and just offering a support system that some young people may not have in their homes. And Doug Ackley is the CEO over there, and he does a terrific job. I've known him for a long time and have supported the organization in the past. So again, I was pleasantly surprised when I found out that this was a collaboration. Didn't know that either. So
very nice.
It's a bonus for me.
Sure.
We know the 2 of you are performing. How many others will be there? Do you know?
There will be 12 others, so it's 14 total storytellers.
And what's the run time?
Well, we each have 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
And there are co-hosts of Norma and Andrea Holland, our hosts, and so they'll chat a little in between. And so I'm not sure the total program, but
say you're looking at about 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good amount of time.
And time well spent, I think.
It sounds like it.
But it will be impactful.
I'm sure.
It's a very impactful show.
We did a dry read about a week ago, and there were lot of emotions.
Yeah. Not a
Some
dry
tears.
eye in the house.
Not a dry eye in the house
Yeah.
at times. Some laughter. I think people will really enjoy it.
Well, that is Mom. That
Yes.
is Mom. Thank you both
motherhood.
so much. It is. It is. We'll make sure to post all of the information and everything you need to know if you want to go on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this Thursday morning.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, Steph will be here. She's breaking down some of our top political stories.
Political Pulse coming your way next.
It's time for a political pulse check here on ARC Rochester. Earlier this week, Congressman Joe Morelle visited Albany to meet with state lawmakers pushing for the New York Democracy Project. It's an effort meant to redraw New York's congressional districts in light of the Supreme Court's decision on maps in Louisiana last week. The High Court's conservative justices found that state's map resulted in unconstitutional racial gerrymandering. Since then, more states, including Alabama and Tennessee, have announced efforts to update their maps. Morelle says he supports independent redistricting for all states, not just some.
What's clear is in the South in particular, those state legislators have made the decision that they're going to do the most partisan gerrymandering necessary. So we're going to respond in kind. I'd love to have a national standard. I'm going to continue to fight for a national standard to make sure we have independent redistricting and fair districting all over the country.
Republican Congressman Mike Lawler condemned the effort on social media, saying this is the fourth time the state has tried partisan gerrymandering. He went on to say, quote, "They have tried repeatedly to amend the Constitution and weaken the Independent Redistricting Commission. This isn't in response to Texas. This is New York Dems continuing their effort to stifle Republican voices in the state." For more on the feasibility of redrawing maps here in New York, I'm joined by history professor at SUNY Empire State University, Ian Reifowitz. Good morning to you.
Hi, Stephanie. It's always great to see you.
You as well. There's a lot to get into here. I first want to start off with some of the challenges that have been going on with redistricting overall in this state. So we know that there has been a stay, if you will, from the Supreme Court on the 11th congressional district specifically, given what's going on there. That's a typically GOP seat, and the Supreme Court is saying that they cannot redraw lines at this point over concerns kind of similar to what was brought up in the voting rights argument.
Well, that's really interesting because New York is one of the few places where the voting rights, the weakening of the Voting Rights Act would actually work in the sort of the opposite direction as in the South. What's happened in the South has been that thanks to the Voting Rights Act, southern states have created essentially one black district, for lack of a better word, or sometimes two, in states where black population is 30 or even 40% of the state, so that they would at least be one district where you would have black voters in a majority so that they could elect a representative. In the New York 11th, Democrats are trying to create a district, to create district lines that will help them in a partisan way, and Republicans are arguing that, well, no, actually, you're diluting minority voters, so it sort of turns it on its head. The details of what's going on in the New York 11th are really fairly arcane, but at the end of the day, in New York, Democrats are trying to redraw the 11th district to give themselves to give the Democratic Party an extra seat, and Republicans don't want that to happen. But all of this is part of a national environment. It's a really complicated story, but it's a really important one. In New York, Democrats have the majority. They're trying to gain more seats, so the Republicans saying gerrymandering is bad. In lots of other states, in Texas, Ohio, Florida, Republicans redraw the lines. So Democrats say, oh, redrawing the lines in your party's advantage is bad. To me, it's always bad, right? There's a famous saying that voters are supposed to choose who their representatives are. With gerrymandering, the representatives are choosing who the voters are. At the end of the day, you want to have a system where the voters are choosing representatives in numbers that make sense, given what percentage of each state's voters want to support a certain party. That's not happening, unfortunately. And so what Democrats in New York are trying to do really is reacting to what's happening nationally, where, if I could go into it a little bit, President Trump a year or so ago said, listen, we need more Republicans. He just, blatantly said, we need more Republicans. Texas, wherever Republicans have control, we need more Republicans. So starting with Texas, a number of Republican states redistricted in the middle of a decade. That goes against what's supposed to happen. The lines are redrawn after each census, which comes out in a 0 year, right? So around 2020 and then 2030, you could redraw them again. So the lines were redrawn in the various states to deal with changes to the census after 2020. Well, President Trump in 2025 says, no, we're going to mid-decade, we're going to redistrict. So that got a bunch of seats for Republicans. Democrats in places like California, Virginia, and now New York are trying to say, well, we're going to react against that and bring it back to sort of an even Steven status. That's the long story short.
And what I find really interesting is if we kind of turn the page back to 2014, I want to say the Independent Redistricting Commission was created with that explicit purpose of trying to make this process independent from the legislature for an equally partisan body. How do you imagine that they would be able to play into this as well, given that the function is to prevent partisanship?
Right now, the districts that we have roughly look like the district lines drawn up by the Independent Commission for the 2024 elections. The Democrats tried to redistrict in 2022. The state appeals court said, no, you can't do that because of the independent redistricting law. You've got to, you can't just throw out what the Independent Redistricting Commission does. Democrats were able to do that because they were able to win majorities in the state legislature and override the independent redistricting. New York is so complicated. We used to have basically an informal agreement where the lines were drawn so that Democrats would have the state assembly and Republicans would have the state Senate forever, right? That's how bad things were before 2014. Didn't matter what happened. Republicans were going to have the state Senate and Democrats were going to have the assembly. So the redistricting, the Independent Commission was drawn up to deal with that. The problem is that things have become so nationalized, right? So you had independent redistricting created in a number of states, including California and Virginia, where Democrats thought this is better than gerrymandering because gerrymandering is bad. But I think what they realized was, well, if Republican-led states are going to aggressively gerrymander and then other states are going to be independent and be fair, then nationally that means Republicans are going to get more seats than frankly, they should based on the voters. And they're going to have a huge advantage in controlling Congress and passing laws and affecting the direction of the country. So Democrats started to say to themselves, we're not going to unilaterally disarm. So they tried to, and have successfully in Virginia and California, going back to the voters to override these independent districting commissions, at least temporarily. New York is trying to do the same thing. Last week, you had Florida aggressively redistrict. So when you add in the change to the Voting Rights Act by the Supreme Court, which gives Republicans another probably half dozen congressional seats, Democrats will argue they're playing defense. And you heard from Representative Morelli that what they would like to see, which really would be a solution, is a nationwide ban on gerrymandering of any kind. The Supreme Court had a chance to strike down nationwide gerrymandering in 2019. They chose not to, and that's why we're back where we are now.
And another element, because I think with Virginia, their new maps are kind of tied up in court, so it's not in place just yet. Would you imagine that there would be similar challenges right here in New York?
Yes. The Virginia maps will probably be approved by the courts. New York is a little trickier. So, as always, New York is really interesting. So in 2022, New York Democrats tried to override the independent commission, and the court struck them down. But then Governor Hochul, I believe in 2023, was able to appoint a new member to that court, and that changed the membership of the court. So the court in 2024 seemed to be a little more open to Democrats drawing lines more in their favor. Democrats didn't really get aggressive for the 2024 lines, but the court allowed them to make some changes, even though those changes really didn't do that much. Now they're going to be more aggressive. So the thinking is that this new court with Governor Hochul's relatively new appointee will be more supportive of Democrats drawing lines more aggressively. Is this a change in the constitutional principles, or is it just a change in the court's membership? I think, everybody in politics is recognizing that, for better or worse, everybody's getting more aggressive and more partisan, and it's just a question of whether each side will match the other.
So it's kind of like you were saying, a race between the different parties across the country to see who can get the most seats. And also what I gathered from what you said is that maybe the end to this is some sort of federal law that is able to kind of put an end to all redistricting. So something very interesting, a lot to follow here, because as I said, a bunch of states each day, each week really are kind of joining in on that redistricting race, if you will. But thank you so much for your time, Professor Reifowitz. Always appreciate it.
Great to see you, Stephanie.
Hey, be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We are back after this.
I know, it's a lot.
Oh,
It's a lot. Nice job, Steph. Good interview.
Thank you. Do you think I have time to change my shoes?
You got time. You can join us party in progress if you want.
I
PIP.
I
can hear her.
On the engineering floor. That's amazing.
An hour later.
Hold on.
And then we had the that
Hold
thong
on.
is pulling.
Hold on. We're on live stream here, McLean. Head on yours.
9:33. Welcome back to ARC Rochester.
We're still here.
The gang is all here now because it is time for From the
All
Ground Up.
Yeah, this morning our garden resident guy, Mark McLean, is making us is walking us through basket flowers ahead of Mother's Day.
Flower baskets.
Flower baskets.
Or baskets of flowers.
Baskets of flowers. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, week 3 of From the Ground Up out here at the Garden Factory. You can see they're gearing up for Mother's Day weekend. I've got Reed Martell here, the head grower at the Garden Factory. And we got a planter here. You've got all these baskets down here. I know Mom's excited for Mother's Day, but let's talk about some of these baskets that you have here. Maybe what's a sun lover, what's a shade lover, some care tips for Mom so that Mom can have the best basket she could hope for on Mother's Day. What do we have right over here, Reed?
So that's classic geranium, bold and vibrant, classic favorite.
And what kind of sun exposure for this?
Geraniums can take full sun.
Yep.
Yep, as much as you can give them.
And how about the water? Are they a heavy water user? Or?
They're going to want to get watered at least once a day,
okay.
Especially if they're in a very sunny area.
And the best time to hit that with water is going to be?
Early morning's great.
Okay, early morning's
yeah.
Good. And then next to that, we have another
geranium. That one's with a spike and some vinca.
Okay.
Just gives it a little more,
the vinca trails, yeah.
Yes.
Right, and that would get big, right?
And if it gets too long, they could take a pair of scissors and cut those right off, and it'll keep flushing out.
And you mentioned something important about the geranium blooms. What do you do with those?
So geraniums need to be debloomed.
Okay.
So you just go and you want to snap that right off.
Okay, and that takes care of that. A couple more sun lovers. This often gets confused for, actually this, we'll start with the
wave petunia, we carry these in lots of different colors, lots of different vibrant mixes. Again, full sun, take as much sun as you can give it.
And this does need to be deadheaded though?
Technically, yes. Sometimes the wind will take care of it for you,
yeah.
But not as easy as the calibrachoas.
Kind of a sticky bloom
a
too, right?
Bit,
yeah, a little bit. And you mentioned calibrachoa. This is also a full sun plant?
Yep, full sun, and that one's nice. The wind will totally take care of self-cleaning it for you.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about picking off the blossoms
exactly.
once they're all done. Okay, so a lot of folks have shade spots. Some have sun, and they're lucky that they can use that. But let's examine some of the shade plants as we move along. Okay, so we mentioned the shade lovers, and we've got a bunch of shade lovers picked out here for you too. Reed, let's talk about first what we have down here.
Yeah, so these are New Guinean patience. This is probably our #1 selling basket here.
Wow.
We sell them in a bunch of different sizes, from a 5-inch all the way up to a 15-inch basket. Great for those shadier areas under the porch. Again, very vibrant. They're going to bloom all summer.
And how long does it take to get to this size that you have right here?
We've been growing these for about 12 weeks.
Okay, so by the end of the summer, even if you bought a small one, you could have a much larger plant.
Yep.
Very, very good. And you've got 3 more favorites here. Looks like a red begonia down there on the ground.
Classic begonia, fuchsia. Very vibrant. It's going to bloom all summer with minimal care.
So the fuchsia, and they trail, aren't they? I mean, the blooms on these are just unbelievable.
Another great one for under the porch, a little shadier area.
A little bit of shade, and even if it was in like a midday sun for a minute, it'd be all right?
Yep, just needs to be watered every day.
Okay, and a lot of water. And you see these all over porches, all over the place.
Yeah,
those
are great. So they can hang, or you can also take that hanger off and pop it in a pot.
Oh, okay.
It'll look great too on your step.
Yep, and bring them back in the wintertime. And if you don't want to get Mom hanging baskets, what do you?
We do have lots of combination planters that we plant here on site. Some are for shade, some are for sun.
All right, and for next week, we're going to be talking about vegetables and herbs. We're going to take a look at our seed tray too and give you an update on the growth on that.
Wow.
What do you say?
I'm all for it.
Get a basket for Mom?
Yeah.
Good idea, See any favorites there? Or?
All of them. I give me all those ferns.
It's interesting, though, how many plants can, take full sun versus some shade. The versatility of it. The one thing you can't do is just forget about them.
Yeah.
You have to water. You have to water. So we also planted up the seed tray. I don't know if we saw the video there.
Yeah.
I think we got another video here where you can see the little sprouts coming up. This was last week, so this is only 7 days. But don't forget, this thing is sitting in a greenhouse at the Garden Factory, so it's getting all sorts of heat, all sorts of extra warmth to pop up. We got beans, onions, carrots. What else do we have? Cucumbers. Tomatoes. Got a bunch of stuff.
Let me
Tomatoes
say,
a little early for that yet.
Let's say I planted a seed tray at my house the same day you did this one. Now this is just on my kitchen counter versus in a greenhouse.
Sure.
You should be dead by now.
They would. What's the difference in growth time? Because that's a week, and we've got.
Yeah, if you put a lid on top of yours and it was in a south window, it would probably be very similar.
Okay.
Some of those are very fast germinating. You know, the beans are, I mean, sometimes within days, they're popping up. So. Some of them will come in.
Story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, it's fun to get out there. It's fun to see all the different options, the flowers. They're ready to go. A 77,000 square foot flower mall that's packed right now.
And I mean, it makes you smile, and it makes you think of warmer weather.
It really does.
Yeah.
It does. It makes you think of warm, sunnier days, brighter days.
I'm ready for that. For sure. Next week, we're going to work our way back to the veggies and herbs. You know, we had some of those in the garden last year. We also have to clean out the garden. It's kind of a mess outside. So at some point next week,
when you use that word we,
who's we?
Who is
I'm
that?
just putting out some feelers right now. Anybody?
Are we doing this live on the air?
Producer Ashley?
You got free
we don't have
produce?
to do
Like,
it
is there an
live on the
exchange?
air. We can tape this and
No, why not do it live?
change out the soil. No, because it'll take too much time. We got to change out
We
all
do
the soil.
the 9 o'clock hour.
It'll
A
take
small
an
portion.
hour.
We got 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take the whole arc.
Let's go.
Sounds like a plan.
I say we just kick him to the curb and say we'll see you next week once the job's finished.
Right.
You know?
Have a nice
No,
March
listen, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
For the rest of the season. I think it's gonna be great.
It's going to be fun. I think, you know, we're getting close enough. We still have nights in the 30s in the forecast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not putting anything outside until we're well into the 40s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially like peppers and tomatoes. They hate cold.
We've only got 44 days.
Uh-oh. Till
summer.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's too close to
44
summer.
days.
It's pretty talking about frost.
I'm thinking about like last year at this time.
There we go.
And it was the Lilac Festival. I think we went like a couple days in, and it was hot.
It was.
Yeah.
Like I was really, really warm. And this year it's just kind of.
It's going to be a cool lilac festival for sure. But the blooms last longer as long as it's not windy. Cool air lets the blooms last longer.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a positive.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll have to take a trip over there.
Yeah.
There's a group field trip.
That sounds
Right
good.
there.
you go.
Hey, don't go far. A lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we are grabbing our helmets as we celebrate Rochester Bike Week.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go. We are streaming right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
All right, nice to meet you.
So when we
Welcome back. If you've been thinking about dusting off your bike and getting back out on the trails or city streets, this may be the perfect week to do it.
Absolutely. Rochester Bike Week kicks off tomorrow, marking a 10-day celebration filled with community rides, events, classes, you name it, activities, all designed to show you just how bike-friendly Rochester can be. Joining us for more this morning, we have Jesse Piers, the cycling manager with Reconnect Rochester. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. First, let's address the bicycle in the room here. This is neat. This thing folds up, you said, to the size of a suitcase.
Yeah, I've taken it on Amtrak before, put it in the overhead bin, got out at my destination in Washington, D.C. or Boston, and just unfolded it and started riding away.
That's fantastic.
No troubles.
Now, you were saying during the break, you guys are a one-car family, so you rely a lot on the bike. You have several bikes, electric bikes.
Yeah.
Tell us about that decision.
Yeah, my car bit the dust in 2013, and because I was around that time getting relatively comfortable biking around the city, I decided not to replace it. So it's been 13 years since I have had a car, but I could name a dozen families in my social circle that in the past 10 or 15 years have gone from 2 cars to 1, whether it be for climate reasons or health reasons or especially financial reasons these days. A lot of people are walking, biking, scooting, using the bus to be multimodal, which is great.
What is the advice for someone sitting at home who may already be toying with that idea? We've got this second car. I barely drive it because my significant other, we go everywhere together, and if I need to run out, I much rather bike. What's the advice for them to actually pull that trigger, to get rid of the car, to get the bike, and to use it?
Well, what it took for me was taking a bike class in August 2013. It was a 2-hour bike class at the Rochester Brainery. I went into that class, a timid, apprehensive rider that stuck to the sidewalks. And over that 2-hour class, that imparted the confidence to me to get out and ride. And I suspect that that's true for many people. On the Monday of Bike Week, on May 11th, I'm teaching one of those bike classes. I got certified several years ago so that I could impart that confidence to other people. And you know, the bike is not the perfect tool for every trip, I'll admit that, but for short solo trips in good weather, it's just the funnest way to get around.
Okay, now some people may be thinking, why do you need a class? It's like riding a bike, right? Like literally,
well,
it's like riding a bike. But it's much more than that.
Well, traffic negotiating by bike is not something we're born knowing how to do. So knowing how to go through intersections, where to be in the road so that you're more visible, you know, how to use all those gears. I was given a 21-speed bike as a teenager. I was never taught how to use all those gears. So it's a great class. We propel folks out with confidence, and Bike Week is a great time to just try riding. Try it. Give it a shot.
I like how you brought up safety on the road, because you're not necessarily on sidewalks when you're on the bike. If you're moving with traffic, you're in the road with the traffic. For the most part, what have you noticed about drivers? Are most drivers aware that, hey, I've got a bicyclist next to me?
Especially in the city of Rochester, where bike infrastructure is just routine nowadays. I feel safe. 99% of drivers pass you courteously and they're on their way and don't give you any trouble. We always try to use Bike Week as a chance to remind motorists that cyclists do have a right to the road. It's the law in Monroe County to give them 3 feet, a minimum of 3 feet passing distance when you pass them. But more cyclists out there getting healthy, bringing down emissions, bringing down traffic congestion. It's a good thing for everybody.
For sure. And, you know, tell us a little bit more about how Rochester supports the biking community. You know, trails or anything like that.
Yeah, a big part of it is reallocating road space. You know, a lot of people, not just in Rochester, but all over the world, they're reallocating road space. They're taking away just a little bit of space for motorists to make those roads multimodal. It's actually a very old idea. People used to get around by bike and carriage and by horse and all sorts of vehicles that used to intermix together on our travelways. That kind of stopped in the 1940s, 1950s, but we're coming back around to that old idea that roads are for travel by people in a variety of modes. So trail investments, bike infrastructure investments, county DOT, New York State DOT are doing that more and more, not at the pace that the city of Rochester is, but we're growing a network over time. And again, it's not the perfect tool for every trip, but go to our website. We have a map called the Rock Easy Bike Map, and it's a custom map of the easier ways to bike around Monroe County. If someone sticks to those lines as they bike around, they should be okay.
Do me a favor, give us that website. So if someone at home wants to log on, wants to find out how to take your class next Monday, wants to learn how they can take part in Bike Week, where do they go? What's the website?
So it's reconnectrochester.org/Bike Week, and that has all the information. The festivities kick off tomorrow night at Genesee Valley Park with the Light Up the Night Ride. Everybody lights up their bikes in creative ways and themselves in creative ways, and we just have a fun romp around the city tomorrow evening.
Nice.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it. Please ride safe. And if you at home are interested in learning more, we'll post all the information for you on foxrochester.com.
When ARC Rochester returns this morning, we're taking a look at some of the stories that have got people talking this Thursday.
We'll be right back.
(9:51), it's time to see what's trending now, starting with a new AI trend.
An open source tool called X-Skill is going viral across the globe, aiming to help users navigate a breakup by recreating their exes.
These AI-generated versions of ex-partners can imitate speech patterns, phrases, and even communication styles.
To construct a digital replica, users upload materials like chat histories, social media content, and photos into the platform.
Users are then asked to submit their own personal recollections of events with that said ex.
The AI will then interact with the users as if that person were actually there.
The page offers a few scenarios, including a casual chat, memory lane, a late-night emo conversation.
Emotional.
Oh, emotional conversations. Got it. That read like normal banter between couples.
X-Skill promises to generate an AI skill that truly sounds like them, speaks with their catchphrases, replies in their style, and remembers the places you went together.
Am I out of line to say that if you're creating an AI chatbot to imitate your ex, you're not over your ex?
It seems like creepy.
Yeah, why are you doing it?
Just like an invasion, I guess, a little bit, like an obsession.
But like yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You've got to be obsessed with this person if you're asking an AI to talk to you like them.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
The company is warning potential users that the project is intended for personal reflection and emotional healing only, not for harassment, stalking, or privacy invasion.
I'm glad we had to point that out. The application has become a big hit in China, where debate has stirred on social media on whether or not the technology is helpful or harmful.
Some people online are calling it a therapeutic method for those who lost a loved one suddenly to utilize.
However, a large population of users are simply using the tool to continue a relationship with someone they no longer date, which people are calling creepy and sad.
It's over, man.
Yeah.
You gotta You
done.
gotta get over it. You know, I just, you can tell people all day, hey, don't use this to harass anybody, or don't be weird with this. Guess what? They're still going to be weird.
Absolutely are.
This is just giving them the opportunity to do so.
Absolutely. And again, I got to go back to if you're that focused on an ex-lover of yours, call them.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, call the judge who issued the stay away order. You know, because it sounds like there needs to be one in that case.
A little bit.
Right?
Well, a lot of it. Yeah.
A lot of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. If it's over, it's over.
And it's over, my friend. So is the show. But don't go anywhere, because we've got our final thoughts on the other side of the break.
We'll be right back.
Abigail that way.
Wow.
That's my favorite thing that you say, because it's like, it's true.
It is. And you gotta.
But it's like a fact. Like, I kill a lot of plants.
You do. But I have faith that you can keep some vegetables alive this year. I do.
I've done it before.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, I don't want the pressure of like you starting them and then giving them to me and then I kill them.
Pressure.
And then our
What
friendship is
pressure?
weird.
No.
Pressure.
You killed the babies that I grew.
Oh, boy.
I can see you saying.
Yeah. He probably would say that.
That got dark quick.
Well, they're little plant babies. You talk to them like they're people.
I guess
absolutely
what we're
do.
saying is we should go outside and exchange seeds.
We should.
Okay.
We should. Hey, that does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Oh, stop. Wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57 over on the other channel.
What channel Wham ABC. Much more live local news coming up later today. Join Steph and Mark for 13 Wham News at 8.
They're being
Ashley,
nice.
you're grown.